We're definitely going to need to find some air conditioning today. It's hot. It was hot yesterday. High temperatures got right back up into the mid to upper 90s here in the southern Willamette Valley. We topped out at 96 in Eugene, which is actually the warmest that we've seen so far. This is the third time we've hit that. We did see that back in early July and then also back in June. Even warmer for those of you in Corvallis, out at the Corvallis Airport in South Corvallis, you got up to 99 degrees, 96 in Roseburg, 95 in Medford. And as you head over into Central and Eastern Oregon, hot there too. Mid to upper 90s in Redmond and Bend, upper 90s for most of Eastern Oregon, right back up to 102 for the high temperature there in Ontario. And for the coast, quite a bit cooler, a huge change, dropping 30 to 40 degrees down into the upper 50s. Now that high temperature of 96 that we saw in Eugene, that is 12 above average for this time of year. It's actually closer to the record than it is to our average. And it's a high record all the way up to 105. That was set back in 2006, a hot week back in 2006, mid-July. Obviously didn't see any rainfall yesterday. That keeps our deficit at about 15.63 inches below average for this point here in 2013. Now this morning does look a little different than yesterday morning. We have quite a bit of cloud cover from the slopes of the Cascades all the way over into central eastern Oregon. Most of southern Oregon is covered in cloud at this point as well. And that's because we've seen some thunder showers developing over northern California in their very early stages, and those are starting to push to the north. So that extra moisture that's being pushed into the middle part of the atmosphere will continue to fuel potential thunder showers through this afternoon. Don't expect any of that here in western Oregon. We could see just a few of those high cirrus clouds moving through. Otherwise, clear skies, and it's going to be another hot day as well. Area of low pressure responsible for those clouds and potential thunder showers that developed over California, slowly making its way to the north and east. The bigger picture is a large ridge of high pressure, which is still over the entire Pacific Northwest. That's what's been keeping us hot and dry and will continue to do so here all the way through the end of the week. Eventually, we'll see this little trough move through this weekend. That'll bring in some cooler air, some more onshore flow, a few more morning clouds, and that's about it. But at least we'll drop from the mid 90s all the way down to the low 80s. So the bottom line, that hot weather, we still have a couple more days to get through, but we are looking at cooler conditions on the way for this weekend, and there's still no rain in sight, even with that cooler air moving in. Along the coast, your highs will be back into the low 60s today. Morning clouds, afternoon sun breaks, and those winds will stay from the north. They're up to about 20 miles per hour. You'll continue to stay right there in the low to mid 60s all the way into this weekend. A little bit more sunshine Friday into Saturday, and you can see pretty much same story into early next week. The Umpqua Basin, it's going to be another hot one with highs back into the mid to upper 90s today. Sunny skies overhead, winds will be from the northwest. The further south you head, the better chances you'll see for cloud cover. Also, the further east you head. You will continue to see those mid 90s here Thursday into Friday, dropping to the upper 80s Saturday, and then it's mid 80s Sunday into Tuesday. The Cascades looking at low 80s for you up near the passes. Head down into the foothills. It'll be upper 80s there. Again, could see some smoky skies, especially up north. Also seeing those clouds moving in from the south. Central Oregon, it's going to be warm today with highs in the low to mid 90s. Again, potential thunder showers, especially further south you head. Also smoky skies, especially up near Madras into Warm Springs. And we'll see those highs staying in the 90s through Friday, and then we'll see low 80s early next week. And for the Willamette Valley, our highs are going to be quite warm again today, back into the mid 90s, just a couple degrees cooler than yesterday. Still mostly sunny. We'll still see those winds from the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And here's a look at that full 7-day forecast. Highs will stay at 93 degrees Thursday, 89 Friday, and then we get that sweet relief Sunday through Tuesday. Those highs will be in the low 80s.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it.
Oh, it's going to be good.